Welcome back, guys. Today's topic is how to clean up your front fork. So basically how to do some basic repair of your fork. So first of all, if you have problems with your fork, usually it's a problem that from here there is a soaking oil. So if you have this problem and you don't know what to do with that, and you think the only way how to solve this problem is to change this rubber part, you can be wrong. So first of all, I would recommend you to use this. You could see it later before in my previous videos, and this is piece of plastic made of plastic bottle, and yes, it's a quite good helper, so you can make it on your own at home. So if you have a problem with soaking oil, it means that either the rubber is damaged, or here where the rubber connects the piston, there is somewhere a mat which does the thing that there is some extra space, and due to the extra space there is going some oil outside from your fork. So first of all, I would recommend you not to change the rubber parts, but take this plastic and only get it inside. Then spin with your fork, as you can see, like me, and then can you see the mud inside your fork. So the second advice is, if you want to do some basic repair of this part, so your oil is not soaking, but the rubber is pretty untidy, so I recommend you to use this fork brake cleaner. As I mentioned in the previous videos, I use it for almost cleaning everything throughout the clutch, rear wheel, springs, and what else, I don't know, almost for everything. So you're gonna spray it here, clean the piston, and then use the plastic. I would give you advice how to do it much more properly. So as you can see, here is a piston, there is a rubber. So I always do it this way, that I do with rubber, or I get the rubber in this position, as you can see. And now I'm gonna put inside the plastic, and I am spinning with the rubber, and also I am moving it upside down. So as you can see, there is a mat on it, and yeah, do it for, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, but I'm doing it until the piston and the rubber is clean. Then I clean the piston, do some moves like that, and when the piston is dry, as I mentioned it in the previous videos, I use silicone spray. It is silicone shine spray for some lubrications or better look of your sides of bike, but I'm using it as a lubricant. I give it here on the rubber, do some moves, and then put it back. And now your fork is cleaned, providing the clean piston. So that's quite all how to clean up your front fork. So as you can see, this is my cleaner. I'm going to put it inside. Now I'm going to do some push-ups because the cleaner has to get into all the places inside the fork. You can do it faster, slower, till the end, as you can see. And now you are ready to get the oil and the cleaner out of the fork. As you can see, there it goes. And if you want to get the whole oil out of the spring, you have to do some push-ups like this, and you can see it is going pretty fast and really much oil. So also do push-ups, and as you can see, the oil is always going outside. Do it until there is no oil inside the fork, or only a bit, and then do it again. Put inside the cleaner, and now I recommend to you to spin it like that, so the cleaner can go to all the parts. And now we are going to do it like before. I recommend you do it for example 3 or 4 times, but it's up on you. If you think your fork is clean from outside, you can do it only once or twice, but I always do it properly, because if you once pay for your oil, fork oil, I think it's not so hard work to clean it better. To set up your fork properly, so there are many ways how to do it, but it depends, as I mentioned in the previous video of setting up the rear shock. It depends on your weight, on your riding style, and that's all I would say. But if you're riding motocross, you have to have much more harder forks or suspension at all. So you have to have real great suspension in a great condition, harder springs, harder oil. So now my recommendations how to set up your fork. So first of all, the spring. If you want to have your fork set it up as harder, try to buy a new spring which is harder. Then next recommendation is to set up the speed of piston, but as I mentioned in the previous video, it also depends of riding style. For example, if you are jumping big jumps, you should have slower piston movement, because of not kicking your bike after getting on the ground. And then also the type of the oil. For example, for me, I use 10W, as you can see, and it is quite harder oil. I don't know how to say it. it's heavier as a light one, and it means that the oil is moving or circulating inside your fork slower. So it means that the fork feels much more harder, and it cannot be only about the spring. So yeah, that's all I would say. So you know how to clean it up, how to change oil, and yeah, I think you don't have to have any special abilities to put it back together, to mount it up. So yeah, that's quite all for forks, and yeah, that's all. So thank you for watching, and see you later in the next video. Bye.